And we are back, G-Mac and Winnie, coming at you with another edition of the Outlaw Blitz podcast. Big fella, let's get dangerous.
Good morning. And as I read this, the WWE is putting the U.S. Express in the hall. The good old tag team of Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda.
Nice.
As the song Real American was actually written for them. And it ended up
when they were the American Express, right?
U.S. Express, yeah.
U.S. Express, yeah.
And ended up going to Hogan.
Yep.
So, what's going on?
Not much. I remember them beating... Who did they beat for the tag titles? It was a pretty big deal.
Sheik and Volkov, maybe?
Maybe it was Sheik and Volkov.
That was definitely during the whole beat up on the foreigners era.
Yeah.
And then Bray Wyatt's going in too, so that's kind of cool that his dad and him are going in the same class.
Yeah.
With Heyman.
He was a young guy, 30-something.
Who, Bray? 32, 33, something like that.
Yeah, he had a lot left to give.
Yeah, very sad. But, spinning off of that, did you happen to see the fight that's scheduled for July now?
Let's go, Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Early prediction. Third round knockout?
No. So, Chael Sonnen, I saw a thing at like 2:30 in the morning with Chael Sonnen talking about this. Do you know Chael Sonnen?
Yeah. UFC guy.
Very open.
Yeah.
He's very...
Who did he have a big rivalry with?
Anderson Silva.
Right, and then like came with a shoving match and then
no. That was a different one. That was
during the Ultimate Fighter.
That was Wanderlei Silva. And he's like, hey, I can't let you get close to me. And then he took him down and beat him up, and everybody jumped him.
Yep.
But anyway, what Sonnen said is fighting, combat sports is run by the government, like overseen by the government.
Right.
The NFL's not overseen by the government. Neither is Major League Baseball or hockey, but combat fighting is.
Right.
So he said, if you watch, like when Roy Jones fought Mike Tyson last time, they say it's an exhibition. The judges aren't athletic commission or anything like that. Like, it's 3 different judges. When it's over, they get out of the way. They step out of the ring, and they go onto a platform, and then they announce it's a draw, it's a whatever.
Right.
That's how they get around doing all these...
A sanctioned fight
stuff. So he was like, listen, it's either going to be passing the torch, Jake Paul, this is the way for you to win, or it's going to be no contest, or, like a draw.
Man, why would Mike sign up for something like that?
Money?
Yeah, no,
they're going to draw. Netflix is going to pay big.
Oh,
because it's not going to be unless Netflix is starting a pay-per-view, it's going to be streamed.
Right.
Everybody has Netflix.
Right. Everybody's be watching too.
Right.
Because it's Mike, and it's
Jake Paul.
Man, I would love to see Mike just land a fucking bomb like 15 seconds into the fight.
Yeah.
I don't hate Jake Paul. I like Mike. I like what he's become in the last 10 years.
What I don't like about Jake Paul, now Tyson will clearly be bigger than him, but he's almost fucking 58.
Yeah.
He's 28.
He'll be 58 when the fight happens.
Right. 30 years difference.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's 2 years older than 2 years older of an age gap than that dude is in his life.
Right.
Mike's 30 years older than him. He's only 28.
Yeah.
I like Jake Paul, but he handpicks quote unquote easy opponents.
Well, yeah, he does because he gets.
But UFC is not boxing.
No, he picks the fishes. He picks the fishes that are out of water.
Right.
And then fights them.
I mean, he did fight. He did lose to a professional fighter, though.
That's his one loss, right?
Yeah.
9-1.
Yeah,
like that.
He did lose, and he fought that guy pretty well.
Right. And then there's been speculation that some of his fights were fixed.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think it all started with him knocking out a fucking basketball player, right?
Nate Robinson.
Like, bad.
Oh, starched him. Done.
Yeah.
Stiffened up on the mat.
Listen, he's a young kid with a big right hand.
Yeah.
But he's a lot bigger than a lot of the guys he fights.
Right.
Like Nate Diaz fought 155 pounds in the UFC or 170.
Right.
Jake Paul's like 190 pounds.
If he runs in and tries to charge Mike in the first round, listen, punching power never goes is the last thing to go.
Well, if you watch him hitting the mitts, anything of Mike on TikTok or that hitting the mitts, no fucking chance.
And he's still probably faster with his hands than anybody he's fought yet.
Well, maybe except for the young boxer.
Right. It's going to be the stamina, the how many rounds is it going to go?
Yeah, if they do like 5 or 6 rounds, like I would think they would do like an odd number of rounds.
Right.
7-round exhibition, something, because that's still a long time.
When he fought, well, it was Roy Jones he fought, right?
Yeah.
In the exhibition. He said, fuck. He said Tyson was throwing bombs. He says his punches still hurt.
He said at one point he was like it could have been it.
Yeah.
He had to tie him up.
Yeah, and that's coming from a professional boxer.
Well, Roy Jones was a murderer.
Right. Now you got a kid who's only 10 fights into a quote-unquote boxing career, and has he been hit like Mike Tyson's going to hit him?
The age is undefeated.
Almost
being 60 years old. This is literally like Tarver or Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, in a way it is. It really is. Just unreversed roles.
Yeah.
But listen, it's going to be free, or it's on Netflix, so it's streamed. Everybody's going to tune in for it. It'll be cool. I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be a show.
Anytime Mike gets I'm waiting for the press conference and the weigh-ins. Probably could be more fun than the actual bout itself.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's some shit talking.
I gotta tell you, Jake Paul better hope Tyson's on mushrooms the day he goes in there all relaxed.
Yeah,
because if not,
I broke my back.
Yeah,
it was spinal. Dude, keep playing. I saw that like 5 times this week in different things. Did you see the clip I sent you? It was the kid on the bike.
Oh yeah, of course I saw it. I'm like, this idiot definitely went and found it and started cracking up about it.
Oh, I was dying, absolutely dying. So what's going on in your world? Anything
I had
exciting?
I had a terrible, terrible week. Probably a week I never want to relive.
Right.
I never want to relive that week. And that's why we came into Cat Stevens' father and son, and things happen, and you get to a point in your life where we've talked about mental health and the stigmatisms around it, but then there's times where you need to be a dad and you need to really buckle down and dig deep into your core of who you are and figure out how to help your son or your daughter or whatever, And I had one of those weeks where I had to really dig down, and then every week I come in here and I pick out a song and I try to set the mood, which, man, I fucked up because I didn't realize we had the same song back to back for the sheriff and the episode, last week's episode.
Did we really?
Yeah, I didn't realize we had The Heat Is On for both of them.
Oh, that's right, because we did the movie soundtracks.
Yeah, and I think it was the sheriff because you told me I couldn't do a Police Academy when he came on.
Yeah, because it's just goofy.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just seemed like it was better.
A lot of great feedback on the interview.
Yeah. So, but then I came in here and that song came on, and the first part of it I just broke down.
Yeah.
And then the part that you heard, if you listen on the Spotify, it's just about that relationship between father and son. Like we have it. We're sons,
right?
And we're fathers,
right?
We're 2 sons.
Yep.
So it's just it's one of those weeks, man. Like I had to dig really deep into my core values to figure out who I am and how I want to help somebody move forward in a really challenging time of their life.
Yeah.
And to not overreact and not underreact and not.
Yeah, that's the hard part right there is addressing it. Like you said, yeah, it's the sliding scale. It's constantly moving. And you have to be kind of tuned into it and roll with the punches, so to speak.
Yeah.
To handle it. So, yeah, no, that's like I said. You're right. It's I'm lucky. I'm in a good place with my boys, and they're both doing really good things now. I love it. Talk to them or text them, if not every day, every other day. And yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and
Every once in a while you get thrown this curveball.
sure,
And I think I told you during this week, I said, if you would have told me at any point in time I would have had the week that I had, I would have said, you are smoking something.
right,
Then it happens. And, I just realized, like, you take from your own experiences at
sure,
times, right? And I just realized that somewhere deep in me, I knew that my reaction to the situation was going to set a tone.
right. It's going to dictate a lot of what happens after that.
How it follows.
Sure.
And I've told you numerous times on here, the smallest thing in the world, my dad would lose his fucking mind over.
Yeah.
You know why? This little tiny nail didn't go in there. The hammer would go through a window. Now we have no window, and the thing's all broken to shit. And then if it wasn't worth the shit anyway, it wasn't
right.
But then the biggest things,
or you start a snowblower with a fucking stool.
Yeah,
yeah,
you've seen it.
I have.
So then the biggest things in the world, you could go to him, and he was stoic and calm, even if he was scared to death underneath. In that moment, he had his shit together, right. And he would give you sound advice.
Right.
And I just had to dig into them memories and pull that out and make sure I was that.
Right.
Because you have to be the strong.
There has to be a rock in the storm, a boulder that is going to be not moved by.
You have to be the
hurricane
one that can
winds and rain and yeah. No, I get it.
And now we're on to a better place of time. Hopefully, that from here,
right,
everything smooths back out.
Right.
The waves have calmed down. The wind has died down. The storm has passed through, and now hopefully everything's mellowed back out, and we get
the waves turn to ripples, and then the ripples turn to calm waters.
Right.
So
and that's it. And when you're young, we've been young.
many moons ago.
But what's the biggest mistake you made when you were young? When you were young, and your family tried to give you, or your dad tried to give you advice.
Right. You didn't think you know everything.
You're like, you were never fucking young. Like, they only know us as being old or older.
Older, yeah.
They don't realize that, we were young once.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize our parents were young once. It's just the way it kind of falls out, you know? So that goes on, and I'm like, listen, I was young once. These things do happen.
See, it's weird to me. Not weird, just in perspective. Like, how old was your dad when you were graduating high school?
53, 54.
My dad was 37 when I was graduating.
Right. Probably about what you were when Chris graduated.
Right. And
which is young.
Right. So but he was old.
Right.
It was different.
Well, think about it. When you were 18, a 22-year-old girl was like old. You were like, oh my gosh, she's old.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just being in their 20s.
But when you're 28 and they're 32,
you're
or
like
30 and 34,
you're like, okay,
it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's weird though. Like,
age and time are a funny thing.
Right. And now be 48 this year, looking at 37, like, damn, that's young.
Yeah, very young.
But at 17,
right.
Yeah, it's the perspective changes. Which side of the aisle you're on changes how you view a lot of things.
Right, and that's kind of what I just said. Listen, buddy, we've all been here.
Hell yeah.
And hindsight is
2020 all the time.
Perfect, right?
Yep.
So you look back and it's just a matter of, like anything. If you have a major issue, I don't care if you're 48 or 8.
Right.
Or 68. Coming out of it one day at a time, one step at a time. It's just, can you take the next step?
Yeah.
And the next step and the next step. And then before you know it, you've taken 200 steps. And that problem is way back there.
Yeah.
And now you're in a much better place.
It's cliche, corny, cliche, whatever. But I always think of when you say it like that, I think of Rocky's speech to his kid in Rocky Balboa, where he says, "It's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you get hit, and you keep pushing forward."
Right. You keep
It's true.
Up.
Yeah.
Right. You know, it's what it is. You get knocked down 8 times, you get up 9. Right. So
that's it.
It's it's just one of those things, and it challenges you as it does, right? It challenges you.
Absolutely,
it
does.
It challenges you to your core.
Right.
These are the moments that you're made for as a parent.
Yeah.
And you don't run from them.
Yep.
This is it. Stand tall. Let's fucking get it. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
Hey, it's there. It's not going anywhere. You have to.
And I have to be extremely thankful for people that really helped me be where I needed to be this week to take care of it. And, and that alone really set the tone.
Sure.
Because like there was places I couldn't be because I had to be other places.
Right.
And everybody was very accommodating for that, and I can't thank them enough.
Yeah.
But like I said, we're on to better things, happier things, and we're here.
Yeah.
We're here. We're bringing it, and I'm not afraid to come here and talk about that. Any of that. Like I just feel if you're going to do this, and we're going to be in this world, and we're going to do these things, we're kind of an open book.
And listen,
to a degree.
You would not. It's funny because 37-year-old GMAC was a lot different than 47-year-old GMAC.
Oh yeah.
And I can only imagine 27-year-old GMAC and the difference. You've been able to. Maybe the show has helped, or all the years of coaching and dealing with whatever. You have become more able to discuss shit, and that's good. It's like it's better therapy.
You've been with me when it's been drag dudes to the parking lot.
Yeah, almost brawls in Walmart.
Yeah, you've been with me through that, and you've said something funny to me like years ago. You said, "Can you imagine you'd be the voice of reason in all this?"
Yeah.
Where you were the one that would fight everybody in the meeting, to now everybody looks to you to how do we get this done?
Right.
And who's the who has the ability to calm everything down. So yeah, I've kind of shifted. I've mellowed in my old age, and by any means I don't think we're old.
No.
But when you're young, we're old.
Well, we may feel old some days.
Yeah. Yeah. So, needless to say, rough week. We're through it. I'm hoping we're all the way through it, and now we move forward.
Yeah. Yes, we do. And now we can show how big of a pussy I am.
Yes.
When we go to our top 5.
Yes, we can. This week's top 5. Your top 5 favorite amusement park rides. Also, our video brought to you by
Moranti Plumbing and Oil.
Yeah. I don't know why he went plumbing and oil. It's always like heating and plumbing and heating.
Right.
And this dude goes plumbing and oil.
Maybe he doesn't deal with propane.
Maybe. I don't know.
But brought to you
by Moranti Plumbing and Oil. You see his little logo up in the top corner of our screen there.
And his phone number is?
Not big enough to read on the screen. And no, it's 901-4194.
Area code 845.
Area code 845. So if you tell Josh, and I think the way he wanted it is if you screenshot our picture with his logo up on the screen, and we do it throughout the day, throughout the episode, his logo will be up there or our logo, and then at the end we go over it again. If you screenshot that you're watching it, he will give you a discount on any of your plumbing and oil needs.
There you go.
All right, you want to start?
Yeah, we're gonna save our honorable mentions for the end.
For the end, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So top 5 amusement park rides. My number 5, Spaceship Earth. otherwise known as the giant globe dome thing in Epcot.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And when you finally get to the top and you see Earth from like the moon.
Yeah.
Right? Is that how it is?
Yeah, it's an awesome. It's
that is cool.
It's changed over
it's
the years. Ride. It is, and most of mine are because I'm a pussy.
Yeah.
They've changed, but it's only been to. It's gone through 3 major updates, but it's only been to update basically what you're viewing in the ride because technology from 1982
right to
now they've had to update to show the progression of technology on Earth. So
yeah, what it probably looked like back then.
It was like 82. I think I read this one. It was 82, 94, and again like 2007 or 2008. They did some renovations, but yeah, it's a 15-minute ride, which goes to show you it does not move very fast.
No,
but it goes through, and it's cool as shit, and it's the center. It's what you know. If you see that, you know it's Epcot.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's my number 5.
All right, my number 5 is a tie. Bizarro Superman at Six Flags New England.
Okay.
And Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney's MGM Studios.
Okay.
Thrill. Both of them are thrill rides, right? Bizarro Superman, it probably the craziest drop I've ever been in. You've been there in New England, Six Flags.
Love
New
England.
It just goes.
Love the water park though.
Straight down.
Yeah.
And that is awesome because it doesn't look like whip you around.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand when they whip you around, your neck's all fucked up.
Yeah.
And then Rock and Roller Coaster, I just think if they would keep the launch hidden from like when you're getting ready to get on a ride, you can see the car launch in front of you.
Right.
If they would keep that hidden, I think it'd be way more impressive. Because it's like you're on a pinball machine, and you got Aerosmith right in your ears, and they're like 3, 2, 1, and it fucking shoots you like out of a cannon. But if you didn't know that was coming,
right,
you can't imagine the G's that are pinching that seat on, and it's awesome. And it's not a big roller coaster; it's all indoor.
Yeah,
but it's just always overlap, and it's like in black light, so it's always overlap and underlap and just track.
That's cool.
So like you think it's this. It feels like this massive ride, but it's really small inside a building.
Yeah.
But that's my number 5.
The only again, I'm giant vag. The only roller coaster I went on at New England, Six Flags New England, was Catwoman's Whip.
That's a fun ride.
But it is a fun ride. It's not.
No, it's just a big swirl.
Yeah, but it's fast.
And it's fast, and it's usually not a long line. And I remember when Bean was little, we used to put him on there all the time. He loved it because it was a roller coaster you could get on.
Right.
And it's enjoyable.
It is. It was cool.
Yeah.
My number 4, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Nice.
It's classic,
ride,
man.
Yeah.
But it's a classic ride. And I thought Disney got rid of it. They didn't. They actually have updated it. I don't say updated, probably renovated it a bunch because it's old. It was old. It was old when I was on it in 93.
Have you ever seen the video where Johnny Depp goes in full?
No, that's gotta be
character
cool.
And stands at the end.
Yeah.
So I swear to you, in 2012, I went to Disney. We took the kids to Disney. Me and Purple Rain 81.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I've ever been to Disney. And at the end of that ride, I'm like, "That's a real fucking guy." And she's like, "No, that can't be." And I'm like, "I'm telling you, it's a real guy." And granted, they have the animatronics, but when you always know an animatronic because like the finger doesn't bend right and bends slow. Dude was flipping a coin, like perfect, like you would flip a coin, not like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then come to find out, my nephew Troy was interning there through his college.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, he comes back periodically and does it, and it's on TikTok. If you look, he dresses up as Captain Jack Sparrow and stands at the end of the thing occasionally.
And you'll never know.
Right. And like sometimes like people make him break. And then he's like, "Hey, how are you?" You know what I mean? But yeah,
that's cool.
That's really cool.
That is cool.
And that's a nice, comforting ride too.
It is.
In the dark.
Yep.
A lot of cool shit in there. My number 4, E.T., Universal Studios. E.T. was huge when we were young kids.
Universal, I say I've never been to MGM, so I don't know the rides there. And I haven't been to Disney since 93, but I did go Universal, and I did ride E.T., so. It was cool.
And I gotta tell you, I was like a big fucking kid when I went in there, like, because you're standing outside, like a warehouse looking thing.
Yeah.
And you go inside, and all of a sudden, it's redwoods. It smells like you're out at a campground.
Yeah.
And you're walking through a fucking forest, and then you get on a bicycle.
Right.
And it is what it is. It's cheesy, but it brought me right, like, I'm telling you, every time I go to Universal,
if you're an 80s kid,
I walk in there, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever.
Right.
It was the fucking coolest thing. Like, and
attention to detail is what makes the rides.
So what we say, 10 years ago. So I was 37.
Yeah.
I'm almost 40 years old, and I was like a 7-year-old when I walked in them doors, and I was in that forest. All of a sudden, it's dark. You're hearing peepers.
Yep.
It smells like fucking. You're out in the campground. You know what I mean?
It's awesome.
It was awesome.
Yep. Number 3. Woo! Space Mountain.
Oh, I was like, what? Ric Flair ride?
Yeah, the Ric Flair ride. His Space Mountain was a little different.
Yeah.
Loved it. That's probably it's the only road. Well, yeah, it's the only roller coaster on my list, but I loved it.
Another roller coaster, kind of like Rock and Roller Coaster.
Indoors. You don't see shit.
And it's not really that big.
Nope.
But it keeps overlapping itself.
The line, I waited 2 hours.
Yeah. That's the thing I don't like. Like when you get over cramped.
In 1993, there was no such thing as a hopper pass.
No.
You didn't show up at a certain time to board your ride.
Right.
You fucking waited.
Which is pretty cool, though.
And it told you, like, there's a sign.
90 minutes from here.
Right. I'm like, motherfucker.
You're like, we got you can watch a whole movie
right.
before you go in.
If you had today, you're just on your phone watching a movie until it's time to go on the ride. But back then, no, it was standing out sweating your nuts off because we went in July.
What is the longest you would wait for a ride?
Now?
Yeah, just in general.
Half hour.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe an hour. Yeah. Maybe. And it'd have to be like.
It's going to be the ride of rides, too.
Yeah, no. I'm not. No. And I think parks have gotten a lot better. Like they get 10, 20 people in at once.
Right.
Like the Simpsons ride at Universal's kind of like that. Like there's 100 people online, but you're getting in carts, like 8 people in a cart, and 10 carts at once go. So you're taking 100 people offline.
Right. It moves quickly.
Right.
That's cool.
My number 3, Soarin', Disney Epcot.
What was that?
It's the hang glider. You get in it.
Oh, you tell me about it. Okay.
And you go over the orange groves and you smell oranges. You know, and you go up in the Alpines and you smell fucking pine and snow, and you go through like going under the Bay Bridge and the water spurts up at you. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
So it's like you're getting the scent. You're floating. It's nothing like crazy.
Is it indoors on split screen?
Yeah, and it's like an IMAX all around you. So, you know, and it picks you up, and you just kind of, it's like you're on a hang glider, and it's fucking amazing. But then when you get the scents involved, and you're getting the visual, and then then a little bit of water gets you. You go through the cold area, and it gets cold.
So it's full sensory.
Yeah, it's
so just, if you're looking down, that's a screen too.
Well, no. When you look down, you like kind of see your feet, or like the people in the cart below you.
Right.
Because like, say you load in like, say I think four benches, right? About 4 lines, so it's 8. When they pick up, they pick up. So like, if you could either be the top, the back, the front, so everybody can see it all at once.
Right.
But like, if you're at the top one, you're like looking down, you can see like the next cart below you.
Oh shit!
And your feet are dangling, so
that's cool.
It's pretty sweet.
That is.
You can look it up on like YouTube.
See what the ride is.
You would love it. It's a calming, easy ride.
Cool. My number 2, from Six Flags Great Adventure, aka Storytown, to those who go that far back.
Great Escape?
Yeah.
You said Great Adventure.
Oh, Great Escape. I'm sorry.
Great Escape, yeah.
Great Escape in Lake George. Number 2, Desperado Plunge.
Love that fucking
Log
ride.
Flume. Yep.
Absolutely love that ride. Man, I didn't even think about that one. Mine is from the same park at the same time.
It's got to be a demon.
It is. My number 2 is the Steamin' Demon. And they were the 2 king rides.
Those are signature rides. Those are the ones that you could see from the parking lot as you're coming in. You saw the log flume going down and the big splash of water. And the Steamin' Demon was kind of, if you're facing the park, to the left of that and kind of in front of it.
Yeah, and if you remember, Steamin' Demon was like the first roller coaster we've ever seen with a loop in it.
Right.
A double loop.
Yep.
and then the twist,
Right.
and the line stays pretty relatively quick. But do you remember when
I'm the asshole that got nauseous on the pirate ship, though. So
you bitched out when we went to the pirate
yeah,
ship?
fuck that.
Do you remember being a kid? Did you ever go to summer recreation?
No.
You never did that, like at the school or whatever.
No.
Are you too rich for that shit?
Pretty much.
So we would go every summer to summer rec at the grade school.
Yeah.
And you'd pay like $7, and they would take a bus trip
That's cool.
to Great Escape every year.
That's awesome.
So like every summer we'd get to go to Great Escape.
We went on our 6th grade trip, our springtime.
I think we did too. Trip. I think the whole school district went. Yeah. Do you remember you used to bring a can of Coke and get in for $1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And listen, we'll mention this when we get to our honorables. My number one, it sadly burned down many years ago, but it was on the Wildwood Boardwalk, Castle Dracula.
What the hell was that?
So it had two. It was 2 in 1. The boat ride was you went through the dungeon on a boat, and you went through the boat and went around. It was all animatronic stuff. And then the walkthrough was you actually walked through the castle, and it was all human scare stuff. They would be hiding and come out and jump out.
And you liked that?
Loved it. Fucking loved it. You walk in, the big main door to the castle, you're in like this grand living room with a giant fireplace, and it's all like what you would expect in a Dracula movie. Mm-hmm. And then the lights go out, the fireplace lights up, and then Dracula is literally standing on the thing above the fireplace. And
the mantle?
Yeah, on the mantle above the fireplace, and he's talking to you, welcome to the castle, beware, blah, blah, blah.
I can't believe your little scaredy ass didn't dart right back out that fucking door.
Every year, it was fun. Every year we went, we did the moat, and then finally...
You got enough courage?
Got enough courage to walk through, yeah. It was fucking awesome. Sadly enough, a couple of vandals broke in during the off season, and they set a fire in the basement and torched it. You can go on YouTube now, and you can watch old videos of the castle, but you can also watch the news clips of it burning down.
So they have actual videos of what the ride was back in the day?
Yeah, it was like an old 8mm stuff from the 80s and whatnot. And then now I'm glad it was going to be my number one regardless, but it coincides with Facebook. There's actually the first time this year, I'm in a group on Facebook that is fans of the castle. There's actually going to be a weekend in August this year where the group is doing a gathering in Wildwood in remembrance of the castle. Yeah, it is pretty cool.
That's pretty wild, man.
Yep.
Cool.
And once in a while on eBay,
you get something from there?
There's people they did like salvage on the fire. So a lot of like the ornate metal stuff was salvaged, and occasionally you'll find it go up for auction. So I'm waiting for something cool to go up so I can just have a piece of the castle.
We'll have a railing coming in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Great. All right, and my number one, Escape from Gringotts, Universal Studios, Harry Potter land. Yeah. What here's the thing about rides, right? They're always getting better. And this Escape from Gringotts was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, when I went to the Harry Potter Castle in 2012, then when I went in 2016, that Gringotts ride was now there. That thing was unbelievable. And now it's been 8 years since then. So how good is it now?
Right.
Now, Boston had just ridden Hagrid's motorbike adventure or whatever, and he said, hands down, the best ride he's ever been on in his life.
Damn.
So now I've got to go back to Universal so I can go on that ride next.
Yeah. It's, now, which is it MGM that has all the Star Wars stuff? Like the Millennium Falcon's there, and the Cantina and all this other crazy shit. I would love to. Yeah, I got to get down there just to see that stuff.
It's been so long. And as an adult, who don't want to go to fucking Epcot and just get drunk?
It's been over 30 years, Think about it. It's been over 30 years since I've been down there, so I can't imagine what's changed.
You just take a day and you go to Epcot and you hang out and you eat in fucking Mexico and you have a beer in England and you go over to Paris and have some cheese, whatever.
Yeah, I was 13 when I went through that walk. No, I'm sorry, I was 15 when I went through that walk, so I wasn't old enough yet. Chris and Hannah, they went last September, and I believe they did had some beverages in each area.
What is funny though is you walk through and you smell like like more like wine and grapes, and you get through Italy, and then you go to
Yeah.
France, and it's like more like crepes, and you know what I mean. And then
Yeah.
you go to America, and you just smell fucking corn dogs.
Ass and diesel fuel.
It's just literally like fucking fat and donut sugar. It is. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up, but it's true.
Oh my
Like
god.
that's the scent they pour out. Like
Processed foods.
yeah, like carny type shit. That's what it smells like.
So there's our top 5. Do we have an honorable mention?
I do have an honorable mention, and it's a fair ride.
Yes, I have one as well that is also
really?
a fair ride.
Oh, well, mine's the Gravitron.
Mine is too.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, run by Alan Hughes. Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Jesus.
that wasn't planned.
No.
The Alan Hughes Gravitron.
The Alan Hughes Gravitron ride.
Yep.
Yeah. You would want to be on there though if you were a teenager because he'd have all the chicks bouncing because you know what his pervert ass.
Absolutely.
All right, let's move forward. All right, 5 crazy questions this week via GMAC. Number 1, what's the craziest reason you ever broke up with someone?
I never really broke up with anybody.
Never?
No. I mean, I stopped pursuing, I guess, or whatever. It's early stages or something. I just stopped because I had picked up on the fact that the person was still kind of hung up on somebody else. So
A mechanic from Alvin?
I guess. I don't know, but I'll say yes because you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, that one?
Yeah.
Because a chick's feet stunk.
Oh, that is kind of rotten.
I was like, can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. All right, number 2. Would you rather take 10 hits in the A gap from Ray Lewis
Okay.
or get hit by a small car going 20 miles per hour once?
Oh, small car, 20 miles an hour once. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, just once.
Yeah,
that's
I'm like, fine. Ray Lewis 10 times? After like 4, you're going to be like, I don't.
Right, I'm not getting up.
You're going to get rolled on the hood of a small car at 20 one time.
One time.
Be like, but it's only going to be once. You're
and it's
not
only
get
20.
Up and do it again. Right.
He's hitting you at like 40, so no, I'm good.
Yeah,
one time.
I agree. I'm taking a small vehicle, I think.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, number 3. Given the opportunity to go back in time and have one ticket to one event ever, what event would you go see?
Damn. No, it's easy for me. Elvis Aloha from Hawaii.
In Hawaii?
It was filmed in Hawaii.
What year?
73.
Concert.
Yep.
That's your favorite live concert album?
Yeah, I think it's the best he ever looked, the best he ever sounded. Yeah.
You wouldn't have gone to Super Bowl 3 and watched Nemeth?
No.
No? It would be Elvis. 100%.
100%.
Every time.
Every time.
Yeah, that's a hard one, dude. Like, I think mine would have to maybe be live from Wembley. If I was going to do music.
Yeah.
Because that's where Queen.
Oh, Live Aid?
You mean? Live Aid, yeah. If I was going to do music. If not, I think it would probably be Miracle.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, and I know the gravity of it. I just don't really like hockey like that.
Yeah, but if you're there at that time, playing Russia, who hasn't lost.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm
years,
sure. No, I'm sure.
You know?
That's sport.
Like, can you fucking... If that happened today,
right?
Holy shit! Like that'd be on every. You talk about street, trending.
Mm-hmm.
That would break the internet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Listen, Rulon Gardner, that was a really big deal too.
Huge.
And
was that the '96 Olympics? Or no? Kurt Angle was '96. It was after that. 02, 04.
It would have been 96, 2000, 2004.
2004.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
But yeah, and think about it. That was a big deal, but how big U.S. hockey would have been at that point if that was like Russia and all the Cold War and all that shit. So yeah.
Right, and the Cold War was a big thing in 1980.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about Rocky Four was
Four.
filmed in '85, and it was
Right.
still a big thing.
Yeah, the
So,
Cold War. Yeah.
yep.
All right. Number 4. You're given the power to change the area. What kind of programs would you implement, and how would you make it better?
Change this area.
Yeah.
We'd have a multi-sport complex like we saw in Tennessee, to where you could have outdoor football, youth football, high school football, college football, uh, whatever, tournaments, concert venue, just what you would use it for. And
Right.
it's stuff that we've discussed off air and with other people ad nauseum at times, because I think it desperately needs it. And then that would help local business and all that. But yeah, that would probably be the biggest thing.
You wouldn't do anything out like. What else would you do to like clean up? The influx of things that are coming up this way now.
Man, it's tough, because when you start thinking about programs like that, how is it gonna impact the locals? Is it gonna be more financial burden to them? So you'd have to, like, again, maybe that would help offset it, but I don't know.
I think
Continue evolving and beautifying the town, making it.
Yeah,
making it
I
better.
think in general, one of the things that you need to see come back are psych hospitals.
Oh yeah, no,
Because there's a lot of people that are in the street,
right.
or that they're locked up and they're incarcerated.
They don't
and
belong
They're not
incarcerated.
supposed to, right.
Right.
And I think when you get those people the help they need, that keeps them off the street.
Right.
Keeps a lot of that crime down.
And not put the building near Cantons or the high school.
No, but one of the main things I think, if it were up to me and I had the ability to do it, I would be extremely fucking hard on drugs.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I would try to stamp at like this forgiveness of, oh well, we're gonna reduce the harm, and no, we're not doing that. We're gonna stamp it out. Oh, you got this? There would be severe charges for that shit, so that, because what they're trying now isn't working. Drugs are rampant now, way more than they've been. Right? That's the big thing that keeps coming in there. Oh, fentanyl this. Oh, crocodile that. Oh, special K. Oh, this. Like, because the drug laws are so lenient.
Or there's laws in the books that are having a blind eye turned to them, because, well, come here, we're going to give you a hug and we're going to try to make you better. Listen, it goes with anything in life. If the person doesn't want that or isn't ready for that, it's not going to work.
Right.
So divert that money and that attention to something that will. So You're right. There's got to be a happy medium where the people that want the help can get it, and the people that are the problem get punished.
Right. Like, if I had a program, I would never say no to somebody ultimately wanting to get clean.
Right.
But there would definitely be like a 3 strikes you're out thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. And there is one thing I would institute. If you're applying for social services, you will take drug tests. And you will
do community service. Like, you will clean the sides of the road.
Well, something. You have to show that you're legitimately applying for fucking jobs when there are jobs aplenty.
Right. That's what blows my mind, is everybody's hiring, but there's no workers.
Right.
But nobody's hiring. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yep.
That's just one of those things, because like, you look at the area and you're like, this X could be so much better if they would just do Y.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't need any more bike paths. We need fucking shit cleaned up so people want to come and enjoy their time, and not,
Let's not. Well, listen, I get the whole let's put the needle bins in the parks so people have a place to throw needles. How about stop shooting fucking heroin in my park?
Well, that's it. Right? Like, you remember when you were young and you used to see drug-free school zones, and you'd be like, yeah, right.
Right.
But it was because inside that zone, the penalty was so much higher.
Right. Our kids are grown, but our kids will eventually hopefully have grandkids.
Right.
And I don't want them to have to see that shit.
Right.
So
You're at the playground and there's a fucking needle on the ground.
right.
Dirt bag. Go shoot up somewhere else. All right, and number 5, as we took a way fucking wicked turn down the
Super
dark
left
path.
turn. Yeah.
Number 5. You make a stop at a convenience store right before a road trip. You only pick up 3 items. What 3 items are you grabbing?
All right. How long is the road trip?
Whatever. Couple hours.
Okay. Time of day.
Why are you asking me all this? You're going on a road trip. I don't care where, when, whatever.
All
You get
right.
3 items.
All right.
Can I say what I think you might pick?
All right. Go ahead.
Large iced coffee.
Nope.
No,
No,
really?
it's all I'm shitting.
No. Circus peanuts.
No.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, no.
That shocks me.
Yeah.
And third thing I would have said was can of dip.
Ding, ding, ding. You got 1.
Okay.
All right. So my Grizzly Snus, probably one of those. If I'm stopping a quick check, it'll be the Grizzly Snus, one of the Red Bull drinks they make.
Oh, when they mix them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And depends on this. All depends on time of day. If it's the morning, it'll be a buttered port roll. If it's the afternoon, it'll be packed Twizzlers.
What do you think I would grab?
Either Swedish Fish or something gummy. Sour Patch Kids, something gummy. A bottle of water.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's usually just those 2 things when we go somewhere.
Hard roll.
And a hard
I
roll.
usually grab a hard roll of butter.
All right.
Yeah, but it's always something gummy.
Yeah.
It's either Twizzlers, Sour Patch Kids, gummy bears, or like the mixed bag of gummies.
Yeah.
A bottle of water, or a red berry ghost, the Sour Patch Kid ghost.
Okay, I haven't had it. Is it good?
The red one.
Yeah.
I don't like blue. The red one.
Yeah.
That would be the drink, but a hard roll.
There
And Quick Check's got some good hard rolls, but Stewart's.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Stewart's. Never a Stewart's breakfast sandwich.
No.
They're ass.
No, and I'll tell you what, I will never eat
They're ass cheeks, coach.
Yeah, they're ass cheeks. I will never eat another Champ sandwich from Quick Check ever again.
Really?
I ate that thing, and it was straight water, bro. Instantly.
Did you get a pre-made one, or did you have it made?
I didn't have it made. I got it out of
I see. Even if I want the Champ,
it's got to be the coleslaw. But here's the thing: coleslaw anywhere immediately
destroys you.
Me.
Really?
That's
a good sandwich too.
Tears the ass out of me. I've had them before.
Yeah.
But this last time, I was burping up for like the whole next day. I was like, nope, could never do that sandwich again.
Oh shit! All right.
You know, like when you have that experience where you just know it's never.
Yeah, I went years without having a Big Mac because
you got a bad.
I got yak. I was sick.
Right.
And I ate the Big Mac, and it came right back up. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I did that with Chef Boyardee ravioli.
I hate fucking Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, raviolis when I was a kid, and I don't think I've had one since.
I've eaten like as a kid at my babysitter's like SpaghettiOs and shit like that. Yeah. That fucking sauce, that fake spaghetti. No, I can't do it.
You
so gross.
All right, let's move along. We have done before. Over and Under, sponsored by the Law Office of Brian Duran, 339-4313. Everybody's having a difficult time with this inflation and all these things. Maybe you're a little bit behind on your bills. You're a little bit behind. You're struggling. If you got to go that route, you go and you need to handle a bankruptcy, you go and see Brian. Mention the Outlaw Blitz podcast. You get $100 off.
Number 1, roller coasters.
Underrated.
Overrated.
Underrated. You're such a pussy. Underrated.
If there's an upside down or a twist, it's fucking overrated.
Yeah, it's a thrill thing. I'm kind of an adrenaline person, so underrated for me.
Like teacups give me the adrenaline. I'm good.
Yeah.
Number 2, water rides, but in amusement parks.
Overrated.
I'm going to agree.
Zoom Flume is its own thing.
Now,
But like when it's inside of, they're great and they're bigger and whatever.
right.
But then you got to walk through all day, all fucking
Saturated.
wet, you're chafing your nuts.
Yeah, unless I learned a long time ago, if I was going to do that,
you got to bring
wear a bathing suit.
Yep.
And
do you leave the net in or take the net out?
Wow. Now, because my balls hang so low, I keep the net in. But yeah, I used to take them out.
I cannot do the net. I gotta wear underwear under a bathing suit.
Yeah.
I can't.
For a year, or for a long time, I didn't even bother. I would just wear like my drawers and basketball shorts.
Even when I was in shape.
Right.
You go to a water park, the inside of my thighs will look like Swedish fish 30 steps later.
Oh,
it's just,
it's
brutal. It's brutal. So like, water parks, if I'm going to Zoom Flume, I'm going to be there all day in the bathing suit. It is what it is.
Travel powder. It's a necessity.
Vaseline on the inside of your thighs. It's water resistant.
Oh, it beads up too.
But I agree. Underrated if it's Zoom Flume, it's its own park. But when it's in a park, overrated.
Yeah. Number 3, churros.
Hold on, one thing, go back. Aqua socks or barefoot?
Now, aqua socks.
Yeah.
Back then, barefoot.
Yeah.
Now it's because the last time I got a fucking infection, I was septic and almost died. So I'm wearing socks.
Churros underrated.
The weirdest thing I've ever seen, though, was at fucking Six Flags Great Escape at the water park. And
didn't we all go up one time and you just stayed in the water park the whole time?
I love the fucking water park. It's the best.
You sat by the wave pool and we were hitting all the
just
rides.
Fucking going around the lazy river.
I think that's when I grabbed you and before you went to the water park, right after I put you on the pirate ship.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck that. You got all mad.
Awful.
And you went and sat down by the wave pool.
It was a wave pool in the lazy river. Fuck that. It was a whole family, and it must be a religious thing. They were clearly Muslims because the ladies had the headgear and all that.
The hijab or whatever.
But they were in the fucking lazy river in full clothes.
Oh.
Like, fully clothed. Shoes and everything.
Maybe
in the fucking float.
Maybe they're washing
just going
at the same time.
Oh my God. I don't know. It just looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's different than getting splashed in the raging river or walking around completely fucking saturated for the rest of the day.
Right.
Because you went in the lazy river. I said churros, what?
Underrated.
I love churros.
They're so good.
Have you had the Subway one yet?
No.
So they have foot-long churros now for $2.
I don't like them with filling, though.
No, they got to be plain.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
And they can overcook them where they're almost like stiff.
Yeah. It's
like
got to still have a little crunch, little bite to it.
Yeah.
Number 4, Crocs.
Overrated.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't wear them. You're a big Croc person.
I have in the past, and I definitely have a pair. I'll tell you what, with bad knees, they're very cushiony, so I like them.
If you notice, a lot of nurses wear Crocs.
They do.
Because I think when you're on your feet all day, they're probably...
Yeah, they have the little nubby things in there.
Soft.
Yeah. But still, you don't wear them.
I don't wear them, and I imagine, like, if you don't wear socks, they're probably not bad.
Yeah.
Like, you probably just slip them on all that. When you retire, you ever going to put socks on?
Probably not. If I have to go out to dinner or something.
Yeah.
Dress up. That's about it. Number 5, hummus.
Underrated.
Love hummus.
I do too.
Don't eat it fairly enough.
It's what you dip in it that makes it better or worse.
What do you prefer?
Wheat thins.
Yeah. Wheat thins are good. I like veggies too. I'll do the carrots and celery.
Yeah, I can't.
No?
No. Nope. Cannot do. It's like it's meant for like a cracker. It's a texture thing. Like a carrot's supposed to taste like a carrot, or celery's supposed to taste like peanut butter and celery,
or
not
cream cheese and celery.
Yeah, or that, but not fucking
hummus. Looks like
That's
baby.
It's got a little bit of sweetness to it,
yeah.
And then because it's just fucking chickpeas browned up.
Looks like baby shit ladled into the celery stick.
And I'm more like a plain hummus, maybe a little bit of garlic in it. That's it.
Okay. And my bonus one, white rice with egg foo young gravy.
Underrated. 98 cents.
That's right. And I say this because last week at work or 2 weeks ago at work, we ordered Chinese food.
He ordered it. Get the fuck out of here.
He ordered it from Hung Fu on Broadway.
White rice with egg foo young gravy.
Give me an order of white rice and a side of egg foo young gravy.
Is it salty?
It was not salty. He enjoyed it. We're fucking rolling. And he's offering it to everybody. You want some? Do you want some?
Listen, here's one thing I learned with that guy. He knows where the best tasting food that is the most obnoxiously weird place to get it
Right.
is.
The cookies.
Yeah. He's like, hey, go to the dry cleaner behind Burger King. They got the best cookies in town. I'm like, who the fuck goes to a dry cleaner to get cookies? Right? Then he orders the best French fries in town from the #1 house.
Right.
At the Chinese food,
Right.
they get the best French fries.
Yep.
So he always has these like things. So we might as well tell the story. We go to New York City on a bus trip through our job.
Right.
We're all going down to shop for Christmas.
Right.
We're having a great time. We're all going to go out to dinner together.
We go to
a steakhouse.
The steakhouse, the Ted Turner's, whatever the fuck it was, steakhouse.
Yeah, we're all going to go have a nice dinner. And this dude goes, nah, I'm going to go down to Chinatown and get white rice with egg foo young gravy. You get a whole thing for 98 cents. We got two of them for $1.96. We were fucking dying.
And it was true.
It was true. And he was just like good with it.
He was happy as big and shit.
Yeah.
Love it.
But good for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He does know all the locations.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in East Sophus.
Yeah.
Soldier teas. Yep. Yeah. Definitely. So just don't ask any questions where the head has to turn quick.
No, do not do that. That will fuck you up.
All right, so back to an old segment.
Yeah, I don't really have music for this one per se. It's been a long time coming.
Should download Enter Sandman because of the Kendo stick.
Yeah. So needless to say, we haven't done this in a very long time. How we call it? We have a Kendo stick, which is just slightly off camera. Winnie has to get 3 out of 5 correct, or he gets the stick.
Correct. Right
across the shoulder blades, which we now have video, so this will be on video.
Come on, trivia.
All right. Number 1. You should easily get this one. Number 1. What color is Pee Wee Herman's bow tie?
Red.
Correct. 1 for 1. Number 2. That's another Pee Wee Herman question. Number 2. Let's do the math. 80 style. Just get the answer to score. Number of men and a baby plus short circuit robot number.
8.
Really? It's 3 men and a baby.
And Johnny 5.
Yeah, you're right. This says 11.
Three plus 5 is not 11.
11, no.
I'm right.
You're right.
Who the fuck did that math?
Yeah, 80 style.
That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, what the fuck? All right, you're right.
Wait, hold on, just let me...
No, it's not. The other thing, Scorsese.
Number of men and their babies was 3 men and a baby. Unless they're going to count the sequel, 3 Men and a Little Lady, which make it 6 plus 5 is 11. But that specifically says 3 plus 5.
Right, number of men and a baby.
Right, so fuck that.
Yeah, you're right.
All
right, 2 for 2.
All right.
Relax, fucking relax.
That's weird.
What did U.S. Airlines begin to prohibit on flights in 1988?
U.S. Airlines prohibit on flights. I'm going to say smoking.
Correct. No fucking stick for you.
Okay.
And we'll finish up the last 2. I got to just flip through because when he wasn't defending Castle Grayskull, who was He-Man's alter ego?
Adam. He has a last name.
You want to be a little bit more precise?
What do you mean?
His name's Adam, but he's a what?
Prince.
Okay, Prince Adam.
Prince Adam.
4 for 4. This is the shit. This is where you shine.
This is where useless knowledge. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. There's like spelling bee ones. You want like the regular questions.
I don't care. Whatever you got.
We all know and love the Super Mario Brothers, but what color hat does Luigi wear?
Green.
Yep, 5 for 5. No stick for you this week.
All right. Hey, and if anybody wants to submit 80s or 90s trivia questions via our Facebook page.
Yeah.
I will gladly take them. If I get them wrong, I won't have to go for 5. If I answer your question wrong, I will get the stick. So if we take 5 questions and I get all 5 wrong, I'm taking 5 Kendo shots.
So you're fucking brave.
I will up the ante.
You are brave.
Yeah. And no obscure shit.
No. It'd have to be like...
Right, like what color was the carpet in Al's house?
Somebody, what made their debut or something.
Right, yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah, that's fucked up. 3 and 5 is 8.
Right.
And why did that say 11?
I don't know. Unless, like I said, they counted the sequel.
6 men.
No, it's still the same 3 men.
Yeah, but it wasn't and a baby.
No, that was 3 men and a lady. Right.
I don't know. 3 men and a baby. Johnny 5.
Johnny 5.
8.
Yep.
That's why I said, because I'm just looking at the thing, 11. And I'm like, 3 and 5 is not fucking...
Even in Common Core math, it's
not. No, it's not. All right, let's move along. The rabbit hole. What videos dragged you down the TikTok, YouTube Reels hole this week?
All right. Boot repair.
Boot repair. I've seen this one before.
They're good because they're like dudes' Red Wings or whatever that are fucking destroyed, and the cobblers are like, "Hey, why don't they just get a new pair?" And because of the job that these guys do, breaking them in apparently is terrible.
Yeah.
So this dude stripped it down to like he had the leather, the sole was completely removed, everything. The steel toe was fucked, and he repaired the whole thing. They look brand new.
I saw one, and we talked about it in episode 100 episodes ago, probably, where a guy got attacked by a grizzly bear, and he wanted to keep that shoe, like he wanted to keep those shoes because it had the tooth mark through the tongue of it, and they redid them, and they're amazing. The sole repair, it's amazing. Like to think like that your feet has little nails sticking up all around it.
Yeah.
That one's just hit the wrong way. All of a sudden your toes got a fucking hole in it.
Oh.
One of the things I looked at this week was Lake Como, Italy, because we're looking at going there for my birthday.
Right.
So like keep getting these videos and just keep looking at them and seeing what's what.
Yeah.
It's just, tickling the taste buds going, ooh, I can't wait to try that food. Or, hey, what's going there?
Fuck yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, So that was one of the things I was looking at.
Momentum put out a good video this week. It was Trevor, Bauer, Eric Sim, Tosh, Selmacher, and a golfer. What the hell was his name? Bubby Golf or something. Maybe he's a YouTuber / golfer. He's on the tour that's just below the PGA Tour.
Okay.
It was a tournament for charity, and if you got a birdie in the tournament, if you got a birdie on the hole, it was a $50 donation towards the Jack and whatever his wife's name is, Nicholas Fund, for some kind of research. But Trevor Bauer's never played golf before, and Eric Sims sucks at golf. So it was Bauer and the golf guy. Bauer got to throw the golf ball. And then
a lot harder than you think.
Right. Tosh played with Sim. Tosh played regular golf, and Sim got to use a baseball bat. It was fucking wild to watch. But Bauer, he was laying it in. He got close on a couple par threes with just kind of like gauging it and playing the wind and lobbing it up there.
Yeah, but people don't realize 125 yards is fucking 360 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, like you got to fucking
375.
375. You got to launch that motherfucker.
Right.
So it was cool to watch, and of course him being an asshole the whole time, but it was all for charity, and it was at night, which was cool watching them play because there were lights staged out all over the golf course. It was out in Arizona. Pretty fun watching night golf too.
That's cool. I'd like to do that night golf because it's a lot cooler. Plus, fat guys don't like the heat.
Bauer's got a start coming up. He's pitching 3 innings for a Japanese team against the Dodgers.
In LA?
No, in Vero Beach.
Or,
for
but I
spring
mean,
training.
in California or
Well,
wherever,
in
Florida.
Florida. And I think it's an audition for a contract for somebody. So
Yeah,
I'd like to see him get back there.
yeah, he deserves it. Um, the last few days, I was kind of watching a lot of this Clemmer deal. Did you see the Clemmer thing with Barstool? The guy said, "I'm going to go lock myself in this room for 100 hours,"
No.
and Dave shut the fucking Dave shut the fucking live stream off on him. He goes, "All this dude does is sleep. I'm saving the world. This idiot, all he's doing is sleeping in there." So he's going to do it. He was trending #1 on
Worldwide? On
worldwide.
X?
Yeah, because Dave shut the stream off on him. He's like, this fucking idiot, he doesn't even know we shut the stream off. He goes, he's in there. All he's done is sleep. So it's been this whole thing where all the Barstool employees are just like laying around like they're sleeping. He goes, because that's all Clemmer's done for 100 hours in this room.
That's awesome.
And I thought you liked it because I thought I saw that you liked it.
I might.
But they shut the stream off on him.
That's fucking. How far into it?
I don't know. Like he started it, and then like 2 days in, Dave's like, "What is going on? What this dude just lays here?" But they had it like backlogged where they could go live at any minute.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm saving the world right now. This guy's a moron." He goes, "All he's doing is sleeping." He goes, "I'm doing God's work right here.
He's
Nobody
so
needs
awesome.
to see this."
He's awesome.
So then the guy gets to like 97 hours, and Dave pops up and he's like, "Hey, bro, we cut your stream like 50 hours ago."
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This dude was in there for 2 days for no reason. That's
None.
great.
Yeah. None at all.
That's awesome.
None.
Good for him.
And then I saw some Will Compton and Busting with the Boys.
Yep.
And getting into it with some of Barstool employees that talk shit on him.
That's awesome.
And he did a really, really funny thing. He went after, you know any of the Barstool guys?
Like Frank the
Tank
and all. Yeah.
Yeah, they got the one that always runs his mouth. He's gotten fired a couple times. He comes back, and he's always chirping. And he starts talking shit about Will Compton went out to a painting thing with his wife, and he painted this thing and said year 10, his saying in it, his 2 team colors, and he started shitting on his painting. So Will Compton's like, "Oh, look at me, I need attention," and he acted like the guy. And then he looks over his shoulder, and it's his daughter's little car seat. So he takes the phone because he's doing a selfie, and he puts it in the car seat. He goes, "Let me buckle you in." Like you.
That's awesome.
Oh, dude, it was fucking awesome. And Will Compton then went to like #1 on trending because he shit all over him.
Oh, good.
So it's pretty good. Funny. It's pretty good.
Other thing I got back into, Joe does, well, no, it was actually after Prison Show. Joe Guerrero had gone radio silent for like 8 months. Mm-hmm. He'd stopped putting videos out on both of his channels. But his wife was still posting on social media, showing family pictures and whatnot. So everybody was kind of like, "Where'd you go?"
Right.
So he came back, did a video explaining shit, and he's like, "Listen," he's like, "I was burnt. Like I was burnt out." He'd been doing it for 8 years straight, streaming pretty much every day.
This becomes a job,
right? And he was trying to run his painting business. He just got started up, and he just had a kid,
right?
And he's like, "I just got fried." He goes, and then I'm watching the content that I'm putting out. It looks so monotonous and fucking boring, and it was making me depressed. He goes, so I just had to get away.
Right.
And he put like a 25-minute video kind of explaining where he's been and what he wants to do. And I was curious to see what the reactions were going to be in the comments because he always leaves it up for live posts. Right. Everybody was like, "Welcome back. Good to see you. We missed you." Yeah, so he put out another video. Fucked up shit because he lives in, I believe, Chesapeake, Virginia, which is near Virginia Beach, which has some very unsavory fucking areas.
Oh, does it?
Very bad.
Yeah. Really
He's by Newport News, which is one of the worst in the country.
You know who the best quarterback in Newport News, Virginia was?
Who?
Take a guess. Mike Vick came from there. Aaron Brooks came from there.
Really?
But the best quarterback to set all the records in Newport News, Virginia?
Yeah.
Allen Iverson.
Oh, shit. No way.
They said Allen Iverson
I forgot he was a high school quarterback. That's right. So he The second video he posted, with his painting business, he had a van. He went out to go to work in the morning, and his fucking DeWalt toolbox is sitting on the road, and the van door is open. Somebody got in the van overnight and fucking rummaged the shit and stole a bunch of, like, $15,000 worth of fucking painting stuff. So luckily he had his Ring camera was set up, and he caught it, but he showed the video. Like, it's
Right.
like, listen,
but you're not getting that back.
Right.
They sold it for drug money.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. So maybe you could file a claim under your homeowners, your business insurance, probably.
Right.
But yeah, it's weird too, because like you said, and we know areas like this. You go 2 blocks, you go from a resort area to the fucking armpit of society.
You're about to find out when you go to Baltimore to the game.
Yes.
And
Yes,
Bubbles is your neighbor.
Oh my God. I asked Carly if she got a hotel by the ballpark. She said yes. I said good. I said, because we'll Uber to the park and Uber back. Fucking parking, extremely expensive. Like $100 for a lot. I'm like, fuck that. We'll just park
Even
at
at
the
the
hotel.
game?
That's what I'm saying, at the game.
Really?
$100 to $300, depending upon how close you wanted to be to Camden Yards. If you're buying your pass through like StubHub.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, fuck that. So,
I thought it was expensive when I paid $60 to park at WrestleMania.
Dude, even now, like, you didn't go. When's the last year you went to the Cape? 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The beach parking now is like $30 a car.
Well, it used to be like 20, 25.
Yeah, but when we first went up, it was like 10 or 15.
Yeah, that's where they always said it was better just buy the season pass.
Yeah, but
sticker.
the only thing is you're stuck to the town you buy your sticker in.
Well, no, but see, that's the key. You got to get it in like Barnstable, because then they have like 10 beaches.
Right.
And if they're the beaches you like, you get it in that town.
Like in Orleans, or
Skakit. It's Skakit
and Nassau are both in
Orleans.
Orleans. So yeah, you would have been good there. But like Mayflower's in a different area and fucking
Mayflower. If you don't get there early, you ain't getting in.
Right.
So.
Yep.
No, that's cool. And then the last one I watched was and I hate saying it. I don't know their names. It's a group of guys, and they got this old guy Kelly. He's the one that got air last week.
Yeah. Oh,
with the eye cracking up over that guy. But what happened was he left his hard hat, which was like a pink cowboy hat, but it's a hard hat and had stickers all over it. And he left it in a trucker's. He went somewhere with a trucker to pick up logs or something. And he must have left it on the seat. And he called him saying, "Hey, yo, I left my hat, whatever." Well, that night, some young girl ends up with with his hard hat on and a nose ring. He goes, "I zoomed in on her. I want to check it out. Not for me." But then her boyfriend's calling, "Who the fuck are you? She's wearing your hard hat. I'm going to kick your ass." He goes, "I don't know how this happened." So, of course, his buddies set them all up. They gave the hard hat to the girl. And then now they got the guy calling him. And he's like, "I ain't done nothing with her. I swear, sir." He's like 50-something years old, still lives with his mom, this guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he's like, "I done nothing with her. I don't even know who she is." But then, all of a sudden, his hat that's been missing for weeks and weeks, this girl shows up with a picture of his hat on.
Oh, my God.
So it must be like one of their friends, and they're getting her to put it on like Facebook, and, "Hey, have you missed this hat?"
Random shit.
Yeah.
That's
and then
funny.
she mails the hat back to him. So now he's got his hat back. He's like, "I don't even know. Now who's calling me?" Now it's another guy. "Yo, you messing with my wife? Why I got your hat at my house?"
"Sir, I don't know.
"I don't know. I don't know nothing with her, I swear."
That's awesome. That is
that dude is funny as shit.
That's cool.
Because he's funny, like Tommy DeSico. He's funny without knowing he's funny.
Yeah.
Just the shit he says, you're just like, idiot.
Oh, fucking Houston Jones. I was watching a bunch of his older shit, doing like the pain videos.
Mm-hmm.
He had a fucking airsoft, like fucking, what are the guns where they're circular and when you fucking fire them, they.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like fucking.
Tommy gun?
Like a Tommy gun to his fucking fingers.
Oh.
So he had his hand against the wall. And blew his thumbnail clean off. Blood everywhere.
Yeah, I can imagine. Bro.
And then like 2 other nails on the hand. Huge blood blisters underneath, so you know they're falling off too.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I told you, the one Christmas I got all the kids the airsoft guns. I was putting one together, and it wouldn't, for whatever reason, it wouldn't shoot. And I went like that, and I had the I had the barrel right against my palm and it went poof, and it shot, and I wasn't even touching the trigger or anything. It just let go, fucking right into my, like, embedded right in my palm.
Oh.
Yeah, how that knee feel?
Yeah, that was bad. And then what was the other one he did? That was he was with the UFC guy, Steven Wonder something.
Wonderboy Thompson.
Wonderboy Thompson, and he did shin conditioning to do shin kicks. So he has him kicking this thing where it's like tires on the outside of a outside of a wooden post.
Yep.
He's like, do that to toughen up the skin. He goes, but now we're gonna condition your shins by rolling them. So it's just a wooden stick.
Yeah.
And had some giant fucking dude there, and he's like, roop, roop, roop. I'm like, dude,
how'd that not tear the skin right off of it?
You can see right down the center of the shin was just fucking straight, bloody. Not, it didn't, like, skin didn't break open,
right?
But it was fucking tore up. So then he came back the next day, and he was taking calf kicks from Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah. He got like 3 in, and he just dropped. He's like, it feels like there's bone in my calf. It had knotted up so bad and so hard. No, I'm good. I'm good.
That's it.
And he's a bodybuilder, so it's like he's got muscle mass.
Right.
But no, fuck that.
Do you take a thigh kick from Wonderboy Thompson? Or the car at 20 miles an hour?
I'm still taking the car at 20 miles an hour. I can spread the impact out over a wider area.
Yeah. He kicks you in the face, it's over. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, like a thigh kick, that it's going to feel like it broke your femur.
Right. Does he still fight?
Yeah. Yep.
Is he good?
Oh, he's been right at the cusp of the title a couple times. I think he got robbed for it once.
Really?
Yeah.
He did another thing where he took he took body shots from him until he dropped.
Oh, couldn't have been a lot.
No, it was like 8.
Yeah.
And
Steve, and he's a nice guy. So
yeah, he's a super nice guy.
So he probably didn't really throw like he should have thrown.
The last couple were, like, the last 2 maybe he laid in good. The first couple were just kind of like warning shots.
Right.
He crumbled them.
Yeah. Oh. But that's the shit that drags you down. All of a sudden you're watching. It's like,
absolutely.
I just watched an hour of this shit.
What is this idiot going to do next?
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah, that's cool. Good show, man. Good things. Let's run through our sponsors like we do every week. Our video is again brought to you by Moranti Plumbing and Oil Service in Shokan. Let me get this off the bottom. Shokan, New York, 845-901-4194. Give Josh a call. You take a screenshot. Now's your time to screenshot the video here. You send that to him, and he'll give you money off on your estimate.
And for our over-under sponsor.
Our over-under sponsor, the law office of Brian Duran.
Bankruptcy specialist.
$100 off. Mention the Outlaw Blitz. You can take a screenshot. Say you saw him here. And then we got 2 more sponsors we're going to announce here. We might as well say them now. We're going to have the girls from It Smells is going to come in with some freshies. So we're going to have the It Smells fresh idea probably every week. And we'll give so this is more like a working partnership. I think they're going to give us about a handful of their monthly freshies, what the new scent is or what the new logo is or whatever. And then we're going to give one away weekly to a listener. So you're going to want to get on our Facebook page and like us, on our Instagram page and like us, and then you're going to tell us what the It Smells fresh take of the week was.
Right.
And if you can tell us what the fresh take of the week was, that winner will get the new scent, whatever that is. So that's going to be a nice partnership. Please
sent to you.
Please go to It Smells Freshies and like their page. Those girls over there, they do a really good job. They did an awesome job for us at the Super Bowl party. Everybody loved their stuff. So please go over there, like their page. And then finally, last but not least, our Scurv of the Week has picked up the Dirtbag segment because he is King Dirtbag. Sal Candulo, BGS.
The original Scurv.
The original Scurv. BGS will be the sponsor for every Dirtbag episode throughout the 2024 season.
The king of seeking out free swag at no cost to himself. The dirtbag
Yeah.
himself.
You fucking scurve. I already gave you them stickers.
Yep.
You laughed about that for a week.
Oh
bro.
my God! I was fucking driving behind you, dying. He was so offended.
What?
He looked devastated when you hit him with it. It was great.
Yeah. So he kicked in a big way. He's going to be our dirtbag sponsor for 2024.
Hell yeah.
So he's guaranteed at least 6 of them for the year, and that's how we did them.
Yep.
And, we're only in March, so we got plenty of time. He will be our dirtbag sponsor, and I can't wait to absolutely zing him with a bunch of dirtbag stuff.
Without a doubt. Absolutely.
You got anything else, buddy?
If you've ever... No, I'll save that for the dirtbag segment because it's a good one. I'm good.
All right, take us home.
All right, for G-Mac, this is Winnie. This has been the Outlaw Blitz